News update continues from Charlottesville tonight as George Huguely has been sentenced to 26 years for murdering Yardley Love.
Her mom and sister both cried in court as this day brought out all the emotions of the past 2 years. ABC 2 News' Christian Schaefer is live tonight with reaction. Christian.
Convicted of murdering Yardley Love, dropped his head when he heard that verdict, and then again late tonight when he finally heard the sentence. In all, 26 years in Virginia State Prison, 25 years on the charge of second-degree murder, along with 1 year on a grand larceny charge. He was found not guilty of first-degree murder. That was the most serious charge he was facing still. Family members of George Huguely walked out of the Charlottesville Circuit Courthouse today in tears. You can see one of his younger sisters there walking away from the courthouse, literally crying, trying to get through the gaggle of photographers that had gathered here from television stations, locally, regionally, nationally. In court today, we heard some of the testimony from Yardley Love's mother and her sister, talking about what her loss has meant to them. This was during the sentencing phase of George Huguely's trial after he had been convicted of second-degree murder. They talked about what the loss has been like, how this is the worst thing that's ever happened to them. Really very emotional testimony today. And then finally, late tonight, we got that verdict on the sentencing. 26 years in prison. The prosecutor, Dave Chapman, and the defense attorney, Francis Lawrence, spoke about that shortly after the sentence came down.
There's nothing that we can say that will make good the terrible and tragic loss to the Love family. There are no winners in this case. There's nothing but loss everywhere. Our hearts go out to the Love family. They've suffered enormously. They cannot have been more attentive, appreciative, and helpful throughout the process of preparing and presenting the case. What we do in court is a very rough approximation of justice in any given case. We hope that they feel some solace from the outcome.
We are, of course, disappointed with the verdict, but we've been proud to represent George in his fight for fairness over the last couple of years. He has the support of a loving family. He's displayed amazing resilience and courage. He's hopeful. He's spiritual. And we look forward to some corrections in what happened here tonight.
And there you heard the defense attorney, Francis Lawrence, talking about a potential appeal in this case. That's something we'll be talking about more in the coming months and years ahead. We did not hear from Sharon and Lexi Love as they left the courthouse today, but they did release a statement. I've got a portion of that for you here at this hour. Sharon and Lexi Love releasing a statement saying, quote, "Our hearts burst with pride when we think of Yardley's accomplishments, but our hearts melt when we remember her kindness and grace. Intelligence and athletic ability are God-given talents. Kindness and compassion are choices that Yardley made every day without a second thought." And so that is what we've heard from the Love family at this hour. Once again, to recap, George Huguely, former UVA lacrosse player, convicted of second-degree murder in the killing of Cockeysville native Yardley Love, and he has been sentenced to 26 years in a Virginia State prison. We're live in Charlottesville, Virginia tonight. Christian Schaefer, ABC 2 News.